Hi everyone, it's Cedric here to show you how to use the wonderful app Taxbot. We'll start with the mobile version and then we'll move to the online version. Let's talk about tracking mileage and tracking trips. There are 3 ways to do it in the new Taxbot. The newest feature is the automatic mileage tracker. Check this out. If I turn on this little switch on the front screen, Taxbot will automatically start tracking my mileage. Now, the way that it does this is that it senses when you are moving faster than 15 miles per hour. When you're moving faster than 15 miles per hour, it will automatically start tracking your trip. So you don't have to remember to push start and stop like you used to in the older version. The phone will sense when you're doing that by itself and start tracking your mileage. When you stop or are moving slower than 15 miles per hour for a period longer than 5 to 7 minutes, it will stop the trip and save it in a place so that you can come back later and classify the trip. As you see here, it says trips to classify. I'm going to tap that, and here are all of my trips for the day. So I can come in here and say which ones were business, personal, or ones I just want to delete. Let's say this one was business. I click business, and it asks me the questions of what the business description was. So I'm going to put meet with Tom and click save. And then I can also merge trips. Let's say these 2 trips were part of the same business trip. I click these icons here and merge, and it's going to merge these 2 trips together, and here's my new trip. Then I can save that as business or personal, and I can describe it as sales call with John. I click save, and I'm done. You can see how simple it is. It automatically classifies your trips. Now, this is optimized for iPhone 5 or greater or higher-end Androids that have come out within the last year or so. If your phone is not one of those, then you may experience a large amount of battery drain if operating in the automatic drive mode. So, for those that don't want to use this method or have an older phone, you can use the old method by selecting Add Trip, and you have 2 options here. We'll look at both. The first, start tracking mileage, which is going to trigger your GPS, and you will need to click the icon in the upper right-hand corner to tell it to stop tracking. Here you have beginning and ending addresses, where all you have to do is put in the pertinent information and click save. So you're still starting and stopping it yourself, but you're using the GPS on your phone. The third way to do it is to click Add Trip and click Manual Mileage. Now I can use reverse lookup to find a place. Let's say you started in Salt Lake City, and I can put in the exact addresses here. And you can see it's looking up Salt Lake City, and say you went to Las Vegas. It's going to calculate the distance for me. If it's not the appropriate route, I can click on my options and I can use my current location, or I can drop a pin for locations that I use frequently. I'll exit out of here and then put in the appropriate information like the date, and we'll be done. This is the third way to track your mileage, and it's good for long trips. You don't want to use GPS for long periods of time while you're driving across country and be distracted and everything like that. Now, let's talk about expenses. I click expenses, then add expense. I select my category. So let's say I go to lunch. I put meals, and it asks questions that the IRS requires, and I answer with meeting to discuss new order. It's highly important that you detail what is going on in your meetings. I put in the amount of my bill, which is $25.85, and the location, and select a particular business. In this case, there are a few, so I leave it as the default business. I put in who it was with, Tom Murphy. And then, if I had it, you can snap a picture of the receipt and click save, and that expense is now saved on the cloud, where I can download that at the end of the year. I will show you where that is done in a few minutes. A couple of other things I want to show you on the phone. You can access previous trips that you have entered on the Trips tab on the bottom, as well as the expenses. If you've connected your online banking through the website, you can come into here and you can classify transactions that are coming through your bank account. These are only transactions that are coming through your bank account that have not been entered into Taxbot. So we are looking for missed things that are hitting your bank account, like this one from AutoZone. I bought something and put it in here, and what it was a new gas cap. And if I had the receipt, I can snap a pic of that and add it, but I don't. So I will click Save, and importing the expenses so I don't miss anything. There are tutorials also, so you can learn more, or if you have questions, and get your answers. The settings are pretty straightforward. This is where you can add vehicles and new entities on the mobile device. Now let's jump to the web version. Welcome to the back office, your web version of Taxbot. You can see on the front page a summary of things that are going on, like expenses and trips. I can go into my expenses tab and see all the expenses and transactions that have been done, like this auto repair, where when I click on it, I can see the receipt and details about the repair that I added. I can also add an expense through here as well, just like on the phone. And I can attach a receipt or upload a receipt from my computer. The same is for trips. I can see the list of trips taken, and I can zoom in on it and see it and edit it if needed. I can also add a trip with the reverse lookup feature. So let's give it a shot. Starting in Salt Lake City to Anaheim, California. I click Compute, and the route will be displayed here. I can change the route if I decided to alter it, and it will map it out for me by automatically calculating the mileage, and I click Save, and we have recreated that route. As you see here, I also have my unclassified trips where I can classify them just like on the phone. This one was for business, and it was for picking up John from the airport for trade show. And save it. Now, the reports is where you can come and download all of your information at the end of the year. There are a number of reports, including our Audit Safe report. If you go to your tax report, run your daily range for your business, for the activity that you want, you will download a similar report to this one. You're going to have your high-level summary. This summary is for your tax preparer. Each page will have your receipts plus the information that the IRS requires listed below. So you've got everything you need just in case you are audited. At the back, you will have all your mileage to turn in for proof of business purpose driving. So that's where you can find and download that in the reports section. Banking is like from before. This is where you can look at and import transactions from your bank account. See, it's separated by institutions, and you can do it there. The education section is where a lot of people miss. If you have questions, come in here and learn something. Pick US or Canada and learn something with these short 5-minute videos about various subjects pertaining to gifts, deducting supplies for your car, estimated taxes, deducting equipment, and things like that. As always, if you have questions, there's a help section and a new section called document section, where you can come in and upload important tax documents. Let's say that you want to store your previous year's tax return here. Let's say 2013 tax return. And you would click upload and find that tax return, click upload, and it would be stored here for future use or download it later. It's a nice document storage area. Settings is where you would change things and set up different businesses, categories, vehicles, and things like that. And also setting up your banking logins. Now for our premium subscribers, here's where you would access the number for the hotline where you can call and ask all of your tax questions. Hopefully, with this quick overview, you can easily keep track of your business and personal mileage, expenses, etc. And if you want to click on the little link here and watch the tutorial video, you can if needed. As always, thanks everyone for watching, and have a great and prosperous day.